Hello from the north. This morning, we're just here in the cozy chair watching the Oscar tank. We spend a lot of time watching it because I gotta make sure there's no conflicts. Of course, we have Greg. Every time he sees me in the cozy chair, he's up in here like a dirty shirt, getting his snuggles in. And there it is. I just fed them, so there's a bit of food floating around. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's happy. I mean, this is going to be day 3 since I've added the silver dollars and the new, what I now think is a male, just based on its behavior. Based on the finnage, it kind of looks female, but it's in between. It's got that this thing right in the middle here where you see the two different types of fin meat. If it's got a like a ski jump like her, when hers is straight up, you'll see it. It's meant to be a female, and if it goes straight, if that transition is fairly straight, it's supposed to be a male, but it's not 100%. It's more of a guide. Sometimes it's just dead wrong. It's like the discus. Sometimes the fins look on a female can look male. I have Big Red upstairs as an example of that. I believe it's Big Red's female. Still not 100% on it, but and Big Red looks like a male. And it seems like with these South American cichlids, the females call the shots. The females get bigger. Sexual dimorphism favors the ladies in the South American cichlid world. As you can see here with Bertha, she's a confirmed female and she's just massive. And then over here on the left, he's a male and he's basically full grown. He's probably gonna girth up a little bit, but bone structure wise, he's not gonna. He'll get a little bit, but he's not gonna get much more. That's your average size adult Oscar right there. And she's a 16-inch beast, which does not happen often. It happens, but that's it. Like, I don't even think I've looked around to try and find a 17-inch Oscar, and I simply I haven't found anything on the internet. 17, 18-inch Oscar, can't find it. I think they max out at 16, and it doesn't happen very often. And I'm shocked it's happened to her because she was raised in a tiny tank. It's all genes with these fish. She was raised in a tiny tank with not the best maintenance, and she still turned into a beast. But I put the biology from that tank into this system because she was absolutely healthy despite it all. So all of its biomedia is in my current system, and it's like rock solid biomedia. So clearly, because it kept her alive and well, I'm happy to have it. I'm going to send some of that off to one of my friends. He's resetting his tank, so we're going to start him up with the biomedia from this system because I think it's really good stuff. And then when he's got that established, we're going to send off a pair of discus to him to borrow. He's literally just going to borrow them. I pray he keeps them alive. I'm sure he will because he knows what he's doing. And then he's going to stock a 250-gallon tank with the babies that they produce. And it's a benefit to him, and he's helped me out a lot, so I don't mind helping him. And it's a benefit to me because he's going to sort of train them past that hump. He's going to get them to that point where they know how to parent, and once they do that, that's it. They're just going to keep being parents every time they breed, and my life gets easier over here when I get them back. And you know, And he's teaching me a thing or two along the way. So, really appreciate the guy. Not mentioning names because, not everyone wants to be known on YouTube. And I understand that because I was definitely that person. But sometimes in life you gotta try something new. And that's what we're doing here. This whole thing is Sean trying to shift the gears and do things differently. But I really love watching these Oscars. As you can see, today things are much better. There's been a lot of jousting the last couple days because the pecking order has to change, right? Nobody knows really who stands where, but they've been working it out. The little guys have had to stand up for themselves. You see, here we go again with that Lemon's really got some attitude on it. It's a male. I'm hoping it'll mature up and start behaving properly because I really do want to have a Lemon, but you see here he's actually locking up. That's not good to see. And it's the Lemon that's provoking people. Everyone else is fine. So if that fish continues to be like that, he's one of the smallest fish in the tank, but he's got balls. Maybe because he has to, I don't know. I think he's a bit of a retard. He doesn't seem to behave like the others. It's like he's got a screw loose. So if this continues with him, I'll post him for rehoming. Someone who just wants one Oscar in a tank, in a community tank, he'd be great for that. He doesn't care about other species. But he seems to be a little bold with the other Oscars, so I don't know how to take him yet. Some Oscars will do this with, most Oscars can do this. If they got the right head on their shoulders, they'll cooperate just fine with others. But some of them get a bit of an attitude. They're just like people. So if he continues to act like a delinquent, we'll send him on his way. Everybody else is being respectful, although this new one's definitely got some balls on it too, as it should. It's the second largest fish in the tank now, so it's going to do that. It's getting along good with Bertha, which is important. It respects her, so it's not insane. It's got a head on its shoulders, and it's not picking fights that it can't win like this Lemon, but at the same time, Lemon's making the bigger fish back down, so he's getting his respect, I guess. And when they back down, he just goes back to what he's doing. So again, maturity often fixes these problems, and he's an adolescent right now, so he's actually entering adolescence, so he's going to be a little bit more bold. This fish down here did that about a month ago, and now it's starting to chill out. Like for the last month and a half, it was being a bit of a jerk. But now it gets it. They learn. But yeah, and then Bertha just swims around being a presence. She knows no one's messing with her. And no one even dares. Sometimes the new one got ballsy a couple times, and then she opened her mouth, and he's like, "Okay, I'm out of here." She did the open her mouth and push him thing. They give you warnings. They give each other warnings. So that's really all we're seeing, even out of the yellow one. He's just doing the whole warning behavior, but he's locking up. He's locked up a couple times on this one. That's a beautiful fish. Buddy gave me like two of the nicest Oscars in the tank. He just and the silver dollars are just wow, A little damage to heal up on one of them, but it's okay. Give him 2 weeks, it'll look like new. Keep an eye on the damage though, because it could could develop some manner of infection. Keeping the water super clean. I dosed a bunch of shrimp and bloodworm and put it in the tank because the silver dollars are still a little pissed off they're not eating right. But they ate the shrimp and bloodworm, and it was dosed with anti-parasitic meds and a little bit of antibiotics. So just to help them integrate and make sure their travel damage doesn't fester into something we don't want to see. Let's have a closer look at that damaged tail. You can see, they got beat up a little. They're freaking out in their bucket. He's showing a black spot, which means he's happy, and he's probably a male. And the females don't do that. And in the males, I think they got a little red on the bottom of their fins, and the females don't, or it's vice versa. And it looks like there's 2 males and 2 females. Or there's just 2 different types in here, 2 of each. But they look the same. See, 2 of them have red fins, and then 2 of them get the dots. So, I don't know what to say. Oop, a little focus issue there. But yeah, I could sit here for an hour and record, but we don't want to totally bore you. Oh God, I love the silver dollars. It's like having a piranha without all the piranha problems. I can stick my hand in the tank and clean it. Kind of problems. Some Oscars will take a lunge at your hand, but what I do is I just challenge them. They start coming at me. I start waving my hands like the same way, in the same sort of way I see the big girl do when she gets pissed off. I make the same motions with my hands, like, and they understand the language, and it keeps them away from me. So, if they ever did take a run at me, I would just ball my fist, and that way they can't really pinch my skin, and challenge them. But normally just waving my hand around, showing them I've got power. They feel it in the water, and then they'll go away and they'll pout. So it's pretty easy. Nothing to be worried about with the Oscars. But a tank full of piranhas, forget it. They'll come. It'll be a raptor time. They'll just rip you up. Oh, 13 minutes. I guess we'll let it run for another few seconds because it's 13 minutes. We need all the good luck we can get around here. I don't know, it's starting to also look like we're probably going to lose another discus upstairs. Another one of those 5s with the bad genes. But it is what it is. It'll be 3 in as many weeks. And 15 more seconds, and I'll call this video a wrap. Very, very nice watching this tank, though. Thoroughly enjoying it. Oh, I also added a second one of these filters in there just to pick it up a little. And we've passed the 14-minute mark. I hope you all have a great day.